Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. Ready or not, let's do this. This is a ridiculously early morning webinar to get your day started off right, whether you're ready for it or not. There's a little bit of mindset, a little bit of business sense, something for your MLM, network marketing, small business, home business, online or off, to get it up and running like a well-oiled machine. Whether you are a newbie, a seasoned veteran, or somewhere in between, there's something here for you. Welcome. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City, out in the borough of Queens. I created this ridiculously early morning webinar to push myself out of my comfort zone and share with you the great content that I continue to find online with hopes of inspiring you to move forward in your business, to grow in your mindset, and get into success. So let's grow into success together. So this webinar always has two parts. There's a mindset portion and a business sense portion. And having my tea, my lemon, my water with lemon. And today's mindset portion is inspired by an article written by Simon Reynolds on Forbes.com. And it's entitled, How to Stay Super Motivated. It's Monday morning. Many people are going back to work after having a long, relaxing weekend or a short, relaxing weekend or whatever weekend it was. And a lot of people are not thrilled to get back into work, to get back into the swing of things. This article outlines very simply how you can stay super motivated, and it's outlined in 4 steps. Now, why is it important to stay super motivated? Well, before I tell you these 4 steps, well, you're commencing a new project, or you're starting your new business, or you're plugging away at your current business and you're not seeing anything going on, you don't see any tractions, it's important to be very motivated. It's important to have that encouragement so you can keep moving forward. So here are 4 steps to staying super motivated. And the first one is to commit yourself to personal excellence. It can be a challenge to commit yourself to personal excellence when everyone else around you is being mediocre. If you're working in a job environment where you feel the need to excel, not because you want to show off or you're competing with other people, but you're doing it for yourself because you feel better doing things, just adding that little bit more detail, commit yourself to personal excellence. This also goes for your home-based business. Think about how you can commit yourself to personal excellence. How can you push forward and commit to personal excellence? One of the ways that you can commit to personal excellence in your business is to stay consistent. Stay consistent day in and day out, doing what you may think is the mundane, but Rob Four always says that success is in the mundane, random things you do each and every single day. So to commit to personal excellence in your home business, you need to be creating a piece of content each and every day. It could be a webinar, it could be a video, it could be a blog post or even a tweet, something that is contributing value to the marketplace, to your audience, something that you learned that is serving you well and you want to share with others. That is one way to commit to personal excellence. Another way to commit to personal excellence and being consistent each and every day is to email your list. If you don't have a list yet, you can start creating a list on Facebook, having a fan page. And there are ways you can do that by building your base, by doing some Facebook advertising. And if you're curious about how you can do that, I will soon be doing a quick tutorial on my channel on how you can use Facebook advertising to build up your audience. It'll be a very quick tutorial. Reach out to me if you want to know more about that. The third thing to commit to personal excellence is to network and meet people each and every day. If you're building a home-based business, you need people. People are the lifeblood of your business. But also it's good to network and create relationships with other individuals who are out there in the space, and you could bounce ideas off of each other and you can support each other. So those are the 3 things on how to stay consistent in your business and how you can commit to personal excellence. Step 2 in staying super motivated is to remind yourself of your strong points. It's so easy for each and every one of us to beat ourselves up over our weak points, to beat ourselves up over the things we did not accomplish during the day. And we forget a lot of times that we did accomplish so much during the day. we tend to focus on the little nitty-gritty things, the little things that really do not count. So it's better to remind yourself of your strong points. And when you sit down, take 2 minutes at the start of each day and write down your strong points. And you'll come to realize that your strong points are much more numerous than your weak ones. Carry that piece of paper with you throughout the day and take it out to remind yourself of your strong points. Like, let's see, what can be some of your strong points? Maybe one of your strong points is that you're very organized and you're detail-oriented, and you're never late to a meeting, or you're always on time for work. Or it could be that you're super patient, or you're very giving and generous. How can these things be applied to your home-based business? Focus on those good points. All right. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so that's step 2. Remind yourself of your strong points and don't focus on your weak ones. There's an exercise that I do before the end of each day, that will be step 4. But step 3 is to be unstoppable. When you commit yourself to personal excellence, you're committing yourself to being unstoppable. And what is being unstoppable? Meaning that you're going to keep moving when the going gets tough. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. So whatever obstacles come your way, you're going to be unstoppable. I have a mentor who I really admire. He had injured his foot. He actually fractured his foot. But he had all these meetings coming, and he's a teacher, and he's an advisor, and he's a great leader. And while everyone was telling him he should rest, he was so passionate. He's passionate about what he does that he actually went to one of his meetings yesterday instead of canceling, because he knew he had a group of people that he needed to teach. And so he was going to do it no matter what. And that is an example of being unstoppable. He's not letting these things let him stop him. And while he did fracture his foot, it was a small fracture, and it could not, the doctors say that it could not cast his foot because of that, so they gave him a special shoe. And so he's getting around on that, and they did order him to rest. But he's not letting that stop him from doing his passion. So of course he's taking care of his foot, and I imagine that he was very careful as he traveled to where he needed to travel to give, to meet this group of people that he needed to teach. But I admire his passion for what he loves to do. He loves doing what he does. He loves teaching. He's committed to what he's doing. He's committed to his mission. So this is a great example of being unstoppable. Here's something to say to yourself out loud every day in the mirror. You look at yourself every morning in the mirror and you say, I'm unstoppable. Say that to yourself every single day. And you're training your brain for you to become unstoppable. When your brain takes notice, when you keep saying to yourself every day, I'm unstoppable, your brain is going to give you creative ways for you to be unstoppable. It's going to give you creative ways to continue to grow your business online, offline, wherever. So step 3 is to be unstoppable. And step 4 is to congratulate yourself every evening. So this is about taking some time out before you turn in for the night and going through your day, and even writing down the things that you were able to accomplish and the things that you're grateful for, and to congratulate yourself on accomplishing those things. It could be as mundane as making the perfect cup of coffee, being able to clean up the dishes and leave the kitchen clean for the night. Things like that. Oh, you met one person online today, you established a great connection. Congratulate yourself on those things. Even the little things matter. When you take the time out and take 2 minutes to go over your day and focus on the positive and not on the negative, and congratulate yourself every evening, that is pure motivation for you. You go to bed on a positive note, and you wake up next morning and you're raring to go to start the day anew. So that is step 4 to staying super motivated. So in brief, the 4 steps to staying super motivated. The first one is to commit to personal excellence. The second one is to remind yourself of your strong points. The third is to be unstoppable. And the fourth is to congratulate yourself every evening before you turn in. Those are the 4 steps to staying super motivated. I will leave the link in the description bar below of the article where I received inspiration for today's early morning webinar. So that is the motivational portion of this webinar. Now we're moving into the business sense of this webinar. And I'm going to start with this question. How good is your memory? It seems like our memories are failing us more and more each day because we have all this technology. We have our smartphones that keep our contact lists in there. We have all this stuff that helps us not have to remember things. But having a good memory is essential for business. In fact, being able to remember a person's name, especially when that person is an important contact to have, will take you far in business. In this part of the Business Sense webinar, I was inspired by an article I read about on entrepreneur.com. And the author of this article, his name is Eddie Ritchie. He talks about his doorman in his building. His doorman knows everyone's name in that building. He knows their children's names, he even knows their pets' names. And you probably are thinking about, yeah, well, isn't that the job of a doorman to remember people's names? Well, this doorman is the doorman of one of the tallest buildings in the Western Hemisphere. This building has more than 70 floors and up to 800 units in this building. And this doorman, he knows everyone's names, their children's names, their pets' names. Now, it's quite a feat. He has a very good memory. Now, I'm sure that his job is locked in because of this one trait of being able to remember people's names. This is going to take you far in business. To remember, having a good memory is going to take you far in business. So here are some ways that Ritchie provides on how you can enhance your memory. And one of the ways to enhance your memory is to challenge your brain frequently by doing something out of the norm. Each and every day we have our routine. We do our daily thing. We take the same route to work. We take the same train to work. We have like a routine. We start work. We have our coffee, yada, yada, yada. It's good to enhance your memory by disrupting the routine, trying to do something out of the norm, maybe taking a different route to work. Or if you drive to work, try something different. Maybe take another scenic route or get up earlier and take a scenic route. Another thing is or shop at a different store. So this can help. It's kind of like a pattern interrupt, and it helps your brain work a little bit and help with better memory. So that is one way to enhance your memory, is to challenge your brain that way. Another way to enhance your memory is to get more sleep. A lot of us thrive, especially here in New York City, as being the city that never sleeps. A lot of us can function on 4 hours of sleep or maybe 3 hours of sleep. I personally cannot. I need to have more hours of sleep so that I can function during the day. And getting enough sleep during the night is linked to having a better memory. So try to get the amount of sleep that you need so that you can function the next day. It's different for each and every person. Like I said, there are some people who could function on 4 hours of sleep a night. Some need 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Some may need as much as 10 or 12. But I think as you get older, you don't need that much. Maybe a good 6 to 7 hours of sleep would work best for you. Or even taking a nap during the day if you can't. If you work late into the night and you have like 3 to 4 hours of sleep, but then you get up in the morning and you do what you need to do for your business. And if you have time during the day to take a power nap, then by all means do that to help rest your brain and enhance your memory. So get more sleep. Then another way to enhance your memory that Ritchie recommends here is to drink wine. But don't drink wine while you're working. I'm sure that when you're on your off time to drink some wine and green tea. You can drink green tea while you're working, but also to eat more fruits and vegetables. I don't know about that wine thing. I leave that wine thing for the end of the week. But anywho, that's what was in that article. But to drink more green tea and eat more fruits and vegetables, that is good to help enhance your memory. I hear also if you have salmon, foods with omega-3. Salmon is great in enhancing your memory. Also, eating a lot of walnuts. Walnuts is good for your brain. And he also says here to laugh more frequently. Laughter is really good for your soul. It's really great for your health. And in so doing, I highly recommend Carol Burnett and Friends. If you know what I'm talking about, then we are in the same age range. Carol Burnett and Friends was a very popular comedy show in the 70s, and you can find her on YouTube. She's very funny, along with Tim Conway and the other cast of on the show. They're very funny. Find them on YouTube, or find any funny video on YouTube, whatever floats your boat, and take some time out during the day to get some laughter, and that's going to help with memory. I would also say, I would add it to exercise. You know, take some time out to take a walk or jump rope or do some form of exercise and get some form of movement to also help with your memory and with your creative thinking skills. So that's another thing that I'm going to add to enhance your memory. So here's something to ask yourself at each meeting or with each relationship you have. What is the most important thing in this person's world right now? So if you're at a party or you're at a networking event and you meet somebody new, what is the most important thing in this person's world right now? And this could also apply if you're doing a presentation meeting. If you do a meetup and you're presenting your opportunity and you're having, you know, like a get together before you do your presentation and afterwards, and you meet people, that is the question you ask yourself. What is the most important thing in this person's world right now? And you can formulate the question. You could say, well, what is your passion? What is something that you really want to do in your life? What is something that if you had all the resources available to you right now, that you would accomplish right now? And listen to what they say. And take a mental note of what that person is saying associated with their name. Have that in your memory. It's sort of like becoming a biographer, finding relevant points to remember that person by. And so when you meet that person again, or when you reconnect with that person, you bring that up, you're going to make an instant connection with them. You're going to earn brownie points with them. Let me give you an example. I had a conversation with a friend of mine way back when she spoke to me about her son. Her son wants to be a surgeon. And she said to me, when he was younger, people would take notice of his hands. I don't know what it was about his hands, but maybe it was the way he did his art projects or the way he handled things. But they would always say to her that he had like these hands of a surgeon. And it was interesting because that is what her son is pursuing right now. He's pursuing pre-medical studies. He wants to go to medical school. He wants to become a surgeon. But she had mentioned that in passing, that her son is now focusing on school and her son wants to be a surgeon. And her son, you know, I made that mental note about her. And later when I had another conversation with her, she was going through some challenges. And I asked about her son, how her son was doing. And I mentioned how she told me how her son wants to be a surgeon, how when he was younger, he had the hands of a surgeon. So it touched her in a sense that I remembered that little detail. And that led to a more fruitful conversation and, you know, even a deeper relationship. We're really good friends. And that's just an example of bringing up something that's important to that person. You can do that when you meet people. Think about, you know, ask them in a way, formulate your question that brings out them, that they talk more about them than you talk about yourself. And remember an important point about them to help enhance your memory. And when you meet with them again and when you bring up that point, you're going to build a deeper connection and build a deeper relationship with people, which goes along in business. So that is one question. And so how might this apply to your network marketing, your MLM, what you're doing right now, your home business? I imagine that you go out there and you generate leads or you do a business presentation and you have a group of people that you need to call to do a consult with, especially if you do the online marketing thing. So you can formulate that question the same way. And each person you call, you need to have a little biography of each of them. And you can have it in a notebook and you keep your notes on them. But what if you had a CRM, which is an online database where you keep track of all the people you call? and you have like a rating for how qualified are they, or if they are a fit for your business or not, and questions that you want to ask them when you follow up with them. And you can do that with a CRM. You can find out what is their pain, what are their dreams, what is the most important thing that concerns them right now. And you write those things down in your CRM. And so you send them to your presentation, as is the norm, and you set up a follow-up time. And when you meet back with them, you can go back into your CRM, your online database, and look at your notes to enhance your memory before you make your phone call. And when you make the reconnection with them, you can bring up those points that are important to them. And based on how you bring those up or how they react to your presentation, it can be that you have a new recruit into your business, or it could be that you create a new relationship, a new friend, if that person is not interested in what you have to offer right now. You can refer them elsewhere, or you can refer them to something that can help them move forward. And that is the essence of building relationships. Not only having good memory, but also being able to refer them to resources that can help them as well. Let me take a look at my notes to make sure I'm on track. Okay, so I was talking about the CRM that serves as a memory jogger. Okay, so just to recap, things to enhance your memory: do something out of the norm, get more sleep, have some green tea, eat more fruits and vegetables, and at the end of the week, you could drink more wine, but not while you're working. Get some exercise to jog your memory. And when you are meeting people, ask yourself that question: what is the most important thing in this person's world right now? And if you are doing stuff online, it's good to have like an online database or something in your notebook, so that as you meet people, you have little things, little important things that make you remember that person better. Or have an online CRM. So we've come to the end of this ridiculously early morning webinar. If you're interested more about what a CRM is and how you can get your own CRM, reach out to me. I will leave the link to my blog, or you can send me a personal message and I will be more than happy to tell you more about that. If you enjoyed this video and the information I provided, give this video a like. Leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel so that you're updated when I upload new videos. This ridiculously early morning webinar takes place 5 days during the weekdays at 7 a.m. in the morning. If you want to register for this webinar, I will also leave a link below so you can register for this ridiculously early morning webinar. Have a happy Monday, folks. Have a happy start to your week. My name is Mina, of this ridiculously early morning webinar called Rise and Shine, Rain or Not, Let's Do This. I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. Cheers. Bye.